That don't look like 1080p. Are you sure, Chief? I don't know about that one. Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today I am watching episode 9, I think? Yeah, episode 9 of Between Us. It's been 2 weeks because of New Year's. They didn't have an episode last Sunday, and I'm excited to get back into it. The fuck happened last episode? Where did we leave it? Okay, it had actually been so long that I had to quickly go back and check where we left it last time, which was Team getting a key to Wynn's room and potentially Christmas light stuff coming up, and also some stress by the looks of it, but we'll see how it goes. Let's just go into it. I'm not going to stress too much. Quite a short episode today, not even 50 minutes long. Let's see how we go. That's 1080p. Beautiful. Let's go, let's go. We got the other soundtrack again this week. They just keep mixing it up, keeping me on my toes. Cute. Very cute. I remember watching Until We Meet Again and wanting to see Team get the key to Wynn's room. I can't believe I finally get all the things I wanted. It's so good. Competition time? Looks nervous, right? Looks really nervous. Cute. Team is just Wynn's boy now. Oh, in the 30-day countdown they did. One of the pictures is from this scene. I recognize it. Team's hair always looks so floofy. I know, kitty. So floofy, right? Cute. No. We all need a win in our lives, no? So sweet. No. I'm in love with them. One true pairing.
รอได้อยู่แล้วมาไล่มนต์ทีหนึ่งไล่มนต์อ่ะ
Cute.
เนี่ยโชคดีนะมึง
Oh, the music always kicks in at the perfect moment too.
แล้วคราวนี้เฮียมาห้ามไปไหนแล้วรู้ปะถ้าผมเงยหน้าขึ้นมาต้องเห็นเฮียอยู่ตลอดเวลาเข้าใจไหม รู้แล้วนะไม่ไปไหนแล้ว
Thank goodness for that. No more running away. Cute. They're getting real serious now, no? Very cute.
นี่แสดงว่าเราเป็นแฟนกันแล้วใช่ไหมอ่ะปินโอ้ยเจ๊บ้าเหรอก่อนจะเป็นแฟนกันอ่ะมันต้องจีบก่อนรู้เปล่า
The man just kissed you, hello?
ก็ได้งั้นน่ะเราจะจีบแล้วนะจะเริ่มแล้วนะจีบจริงด้วย
Cute.
ขออีกฟอดได้ไหมจะได้มีกำลังใจแข่งเดี๋ยวไปเตรียมตัวแข่งได้แล้ว
So not technically officially a couple yet. Damn it. I thought we were good. I thought we had one down. Cute. They're wholesome, no? They're so wholesome. I'm kind of in love with Win right now. He's being the best support system. He's so fast. People were miles behind him. God damn. God damn. Oh, my thread is gonna get some screenshots this week. Cute. The silent support between them is so sweet. Cute.
ไม่ต้องขับเร็วมากรู้ไหมปังครับถึงแล้วบอกกูด้วยไม่ต้องห่วงเฮียบ้านผมเองกลับตาขับยังได้เลยเนี่ย
Don't do that.
โชคดีนะมึง
Oh, they get really domestic, no?
ป้องใหญ่ๆมาฝากเห็นไหมจะซื้ออะไรก็ซื้อมาแต่รีบกลับมานะรู้ไหมหนูน่ะเฮียจะไม่ให้ผมอยู่กับพ่อกับแม่เลยหรือไงฮะ ไปแล้วครับ
Cute. Very cute.
ไม่ได้กินข้าวพร้อมหน้าพร้อมตาแบบนี้มานานแล้วนะครับ
จริงด้วย
Gosh, they look miserable now.
ที่ต้องอยู่กันพร้อมหน้า
Both
กินข้าว
brothers.
ได้
And the dad.
เฮีย เมื่อ
ฉันแบบนั้นฉันยังไม่ได้เปิดปากพูดสักคำแกก็เห็นกินข้าวต่อนะครับ
Poor Win having to be... Poor all of them. I mean, View's quite young, right? So for him to be this miserable in his own home at this age is kind of sad. But I do feel bad for Win as well. Trying to mediate all of this. It's gotta be very stressful. Oh my god.
มามึงมาโยนกันจอนเอาแก้วกูมาด้วยนี่ของมึงนี่
Wait, you're telling me you had the chance to recreate the Christmas light scene and you didn't? Excuse me?
บินมาแล้วนั่นเลยว่ะ
แต่ถึงยังไงใครจะไม่ให้อภัยเรา เราก็ต้องให้อภัยตัวเอง รู้ไหมลูก
ไอ้ลูกควายเอ้ยพอเลยเลิกคิดแล้วเข้านอนได้แล้วเดี๋ยวพรุ่งนี้พ่อจะทำของโปรดให้กิน
Comes back to again, right? You can't control other people, you can only control yourself.
ไปนอน
Just because she blames him doesn't mean it's Team's fault.
แม่ควาย
Cute. I knew when I saw the preview, I was like, this looks like he's visiting a grave, right? He's outside and he looks like he's crouched down. I had a feeling the scene would be in this episode.
ผมเอาเหรียญทองมาให้อ่ะควายจนแขนเกือบหลุดเลยเป็นไงสวยไหมพี่เป็นไงบ้างอะสบายดีหรือเปล่าผมโคตรคิดถึงพี่เลยพี่ยกโทษให้ผมหรือยังอะพี่หายโกรธผมหรือยังผมขอโทษนะพี่
สวัสดีปีใหม่นะลูก วันนี้แม่ทำของโปรดหนูทั้งนั้นเลยมากินข้าวกันนะลูก เมื่อวานนี้แม่เจอทีมมา แต่แม่ก็ไม่ได้โกรธได้เกลียดเขาแล้วนะ แต่พอแม่เห็นเขาทีไรแม่ก็อดคิดถึงหนูไม่ได้
วันนั้น แม่ไม่ได้ให้หนูไปเล่นกับเขา หนูก็คงไม่ตาย แม่คิดถึงหนูมากเลย วันนี้แม่กลับก่อนนะลูก เดี๋ยวพรุ่งนี้แม่มาใหม่นะ
เนี่ยดูทีวีดิ
แล้วพี่ทีมอ่ะไม่พาพี่ทีมมาด้วยอ่ะ
มันกลับบ้านต่างจังหวัดอะ
อ๋อเหรอแล้วกลับวันไหนอ่ะ
เห็นว่าน่าจะพรุ่งนี้มั้ง
อ๋อ
อืม
โอเคเราเขาโทรมาดิ
แล้วทำไม่รู้ดี
เขาไม่โทรมาก็โทรไปดิเฮียไม่เสียฟอร์มหรอก
ไม่ได้กลัวเสียฟอร์มเว้ย แค่ไม่อยากโทรไปกวนเขาตอนเขาอยู่กับครอบครัว
เฮ้ยแล้วนี่เป็นอะไรกันอ่ะ
Cute.
ไม่ตอบ
พูดมากกว่าไอวิว
Oh, so cute.
และเขาโทรมายิ้มหวานใช่นะ
เงียบดิฮัลโหล ทำอะไรอยู่อะมึง ไอทีม ตอนนี้มึงอยู่ที่ไหน
เกิดอะไรขึ้นเนี่ยเฮีย
รอกูอยู่ตรงนั้นนะ อย่าไปไหน อีก2 ชั่วโมงกูถึง
เฮ้ยเฮียจะไปไหน
ไปหาไอทีม
ฮะ พี่ทีมกลับบ้านต่างจังหวัดไม่ใช่หรอ แล้วเฮียจะขับมอเตอร์ไซค์ไปหรอ
Still there, oh my lord.
นี่เรื่องนี้ผมต้องชดใช้เท่าไหร่ แค่ไหนถึงจะพอพี่ทำไมคนที่ตายถึงเป็นพี่ทำไมไม่ใช่ผมอะ
เฮียทำไมถึงไม่เป็นผมที่ตาย ถ้าผมตายทุกอย่างคงดีกว่านี้ ไม่เป็นไร กูอยู่ตรงนี้แหละ พี่เขามาชลบุรีครับ ก็เลยนัดเจอกัน ครับ ได้ครับ เดี๋ยวพรุ่งนี้เช้า พาเขาเข้าไปกินข้าวที่บ้านนะ ครับ รักแม่นะ ทีม นี่เฮียขี่มอเตอร์ไซค์มาจากกรุงเทพเลยเหรอ ห่วงตัวเองก่อนไหม ดูสภาพมึงด้วย แต่มันอันตรายมากเลยนะเฮีย ผมไม่น่าโทรหาเฮียเลยอะ มึงทำถูกแล้วที่โทรหากู ไม่ว่าอะไรจะเกิดขึ้น ไม่ว่ามึงจะอยู่ไกลแค่ไหน กูก็จะไปหามึงให้ได้ เข้าใจไหม เฮีย ผมทำเขาตาย ผมทำพี่ชายตายไอ้เฮีย
ขอบคุณที่อยู่เคียงข้างฉันในวันที่ฉันไม่เหลือใคร ขอบคุณทุกเสียงหัวเราะในวันที่ฉันยืนไม่ไหว เพราะทุกวันที่ฉันมีเธอ
ยังไม่ต้องเล่าอะไรตอนนี้
พลันสดใส
กูไม่อยากฟังอะไรทั้งนั้น
อย่างเปลี่ยนพันสักเท่าไร
แค่มึงปลอดภัย
ฉันยังเหมือนเดิม
แค่นี้ก็พอแล้ว
After a stressful episode. I don't think I said a word for the last half hour. I'm really sorry.
สรุปเป็นอะไรกันแล้วอ่ะ
เราก็ไม่รู้เหมือนกันนะว่าเป็นอะไรกัน
You haven't known since episode 1? That's not really any new news.
ความรักของกูแม่ง เกิดผิดที่ผิดทางไปหมดเลยอะกล้าไหมดิวะ ผมไม่หนีเฮียก็ได้ แต่เฮียตามจับผมไม่ทันแล้วกัน
We're gonna get a redo on the the scene when they go rafting. Interesting. Okay. We could talk about it. I'm okay. I just got so invested. I don't think I've spoken for like most of that episode, and I do apologize. It's gonna make for a shitty video. This is a very happy song considering what we just witnessed today. That's a nice screen to pause it on. Okay. We can talk about it. I'm okay. I cried. I was trying so hard not to because I was like, I don't think I've cried yet. Even during, like, was it episode 6? Everything that happened then. I don't think I cried, so I was trying really hard to keep it together. Nah, it didn't happen. Oh, where do we even start? Prince and B are doing great. The side couples are basically doing great. We don't need to worry about them much at the moment. This episode was mostly Win and Team. It started off amazing, though, the way they're supporting each other and the Win talking to Team about how, like, if he's nervous at any point, he can look over at him. And then when you see that happening, you can see, like, their silent communication with each other. I thought that was really sweet. And he got the gold medal. I'm very proud of him. And then other than, before we get into all the other stuff, the only other thing that really happened was seeing the family dinner at Wynn's house, which went swimmingly, no? It went great. Juan stormed off. Everyone looked miserable. I feel like Win is the only one trying in the whole damn family. The little brother, View, he looks miserable all the time he's around the dad. Which we know that he's so happy and bouncy when he's with Win. I mean, we saw it in like that last scene before Win answered the phone. So we know that he is a really happy character and a really happy person. So to see him look that miserable with his family at the age that he is quite disheartening to see. But although it kind of sucks for all three of the kids being in that house, I do feel the most bad for Win, because he's the one that's really putting in the effort to try and keep the family together. And it definitely comes across like he's the glue that is stopping them all from completely falling apart. But you can tell that he feels that pressure a lot, right? And it's very draining and exhausting for him. So I don't know, it's a lot of responsibility to put on one person. I feel like he's carrying the weight of all of the troubles of all of his family members. And then we get into Team going home. His parents are lovely and wholesome, right? I think we've all been trying to work out what Ton is to Team, because I think in the novel someone said that they're half brothers or something, but after meeting Team's parents, I think it's kind of obvious that that's not the case, right? It looks more like, in the way that you call auntie or uncle someone who's older than you, in that same sense he called Ton his brother because they were so close as kids and grew up together. But I don't think they're actually related. Definitely got different mothers, and I think different fathers as well, just from my assumptions after meeting Team's family. So I think it was just his very close friend who he considered a brother, because they grew up together. We got to meet Ton's mother, and you can just see that losing her son has completely derailed her life. She's not been able to kind of keep going properly. And I can certainly have empathy for her. Losing a child, I think, is quite possibly one of the most damaging and unspeakable things you could possibly go through. I'm not saying she should be able to just, be able to get on with her life again. It's something that you will never be able to forget, right? Saying that, it's very obvious that she needs to blame someone, and she has blamed Team, even though she says she doesn't hate him anymore and she kind of forgives him. She still thinks that he's the reason that Ton is dead. And she was obviously very vocal about it when it first happened, saying that kind of Team killed her son and stuff like that. But even now at the grave, she said, like, she doesn't hate him anymore, but if she hadn't allowed Ton to go and play with Team, then he'd still be alive. So there is still an element of blame there on Team. And it's really rough because it's not his fault. It's just a really shitty thing that happened. It's like, how is Team meant to be able to stop blaming himself when you're blaming him like that? It's really frustrating to watch the blame get put on him, and then to see his own guilt just get amplified more and more. It's very difficult to watch. And unfortunately, one of the risks of life is that something like this could happen, right? She said, what if I didn't let you go and play with him that day? Well, if you're going to live life by that logic, and, because you didn't know something like that is going to happen, you would have to stop him from going to play with Team every day, to stop him from going to play with any other kid, to stop him from going near any water, to stop him from going outside, literally stop his entire life in order to protect him from potential death. Right? We're all in that situation. If you go outside, if you wake up, you're at risk of something happening to you. Any of us can have anything happen to us at any moment. And the whole point of life is that you don't let that stop you from living. So she's also blaming herself by saying, like, I wish I hadn't let you go and play with him that day. But how was she meant to know that something like that would happen? She can't stop Ton from living his life and keep him boxed up just in case something like that happens. So again, nobody's at fault. And I think it's human nature when something like this happens to want to blame someone or something, to kind of put blame somewhere. That is human nature. Like, whose fault is this? Why did this happen? And sometimes there's no answer to that. Sometimes really shitty things just happen. You know, yes, Team could have listened to Ton and not gone in the water or warmed up first, but again, how was he meant to know that something like that would happen? It was just really, really unfortunate. So all of that kind of sucked. And then I think I lost it when it cut to Team behind the bushes trying to like stop himself from being heard while he was crying, listening to what she was saying. That just kind of smushed my heart a little bit. I get emotional just thinking about that scene. It's rough. I'm so glad he called Win. I'm so glad. And then, yeah, Win goes and picks up Team. And just like at the beginning of the episode where Win knew exactly what to say to make Team feel better before the competition, this was again another example of Win just really taking care of Team and stepping up by coming out to get him and taking care of him. They're really getting to a place where they're quite serious about each other. Win has said, I'm not going anywhere, I'm staying with you. He's still being patient with Team about being told kind of what happened in Team's past and stuff like that. He's waiting for Team to be ready. So all in all, despite everything negative going on with Team's past and his trauma and everything, they're in a really good place. And they're getting to a really, really healthy place. It's just that we have to kind of start to work through some of Team's trauma, and that we knew that was going to happen. That's, you know, we were expecting that from the start. So, but in terms of the relationship, they're being really really domestic at times. They're getting quite serious about each other. They're very supportive. I don't know, there's just something about them that just feels like they're meant to be. I don't know, that's why I call them like my one true pairing. It feels very meant to be. We did see Team start to open up right at the very end about what happened, which is good. It means that he trusts Win so much, right? And again, Win didn't pressure him to kind of say everything all at once, and just reassured him that he's there for him and stuff like that. I was a little bit disappointed that they didn't redo the Christmas light scene with the broccoli, but I feel like, I mean, we know that there's a broccoli plushie coming up, so we'll get something like that. But I feel like there's a lot of scenes in Until We Meet Again of WinTeam where we would be like, yeah, I'm happy for them to redo that one. I like that a lot. And actually, if they did that for every scene, then we would never get any new content. So I think picking the more important scenes is probably for the best. So we've got the Kanchanaburi trip coming up, and it looks like we're going to get a redo on their scene together at night. The scene that broke me. I remember seeing the thumbnail when watching Until We Meet Again, and I was just broken. It looks like we might get a redo on that, which is really, really great, because we can definitely see an improvement in both of their acting abilities, right, as they've progressed over the years. So to see like a redo on that scene would be amazing. So I'm really excited for that trip for sure. And then it looks like we're going to get some more stuff for the side couples as well, like Wantal. So all in all, quite a stressful, heartbreaking episode in places, but it started off very sweet and adorable. And in terms of their relationship, they're in a really good place. So I'm happy for that. I'm happy there's less doubts on Win's side about being in love and things like that. So they're definitely getting there. In the preview, it does look like someone's going to ask, do you have a boyfriend? And you see both of them look a little bit flawed, like they don't know how to deal with it. They don't know what to answer. This isn't the first time that something like this has happened, right? Where a conversation has made them really kind of question where they're at and what their plans are. So we might have to deal with that, but I feel like we're getting to the point where they're going to get official, no? We got to be getting there. I know that they're both very aware of their feelings, and I think at the most right now It's just that Team doesn't believe that Win is serious about him, right? And we already know from Until We Meet Again that that whole scene that they're going to redo is Team confronting Win about that and saying you're never serious and stuff like that. So I feel like the Kanchanaburi trip is really where it's going to come to a head, and they're going to start discussing their relationship. Exciting. Exciting, exciting, exciting. I feel like most of my stress, I get really stressed on like kind of mid-week to late week kind of time. And then on the day of Between Us as well, on a Sunday, most of my stress comes from Twitter, right? I feel like if I just mute this on Twitter, and I don't want to because I have some really great people on Twitter that I like seeing what they post about Win and Team and Between Us. But I feel like if I muted Between Us on Twitter, I would feel so much less stress. People were stressing this week from the pictures of Win driving in the rain that he was going to have a car crash and end up in hospital and be in an accident. And then we see a preview where like actually he's talking to Team after arriving and they're like, oh no, it's fine. But it's still going to be heartbreaking because of everything Team is going through. The amount of stress that Twitter has caused me. And Win is absolutely fine. And actually them talking was quite sweet. If anything, it was just the grave scene that really got to me and made me really emotional, both when the mother was there and when Win was there as well. But I feel like I need to mute this on Twitter because I swear people get so stressed thinking of the worst case scenarios from previews and pictures, and I just get like the worst ideas in my head, and then it's never as bad. I swear it's never as bad as the people think it's gonna be. So that is it for episode 9. That's it for another week. I did manage to book holiday off of work for when this finishes. So I have to work. I calculated the week's break. And I have to work on the Monday after it finishes, but then I have the rest of the week off. So if I can just get through one day of work after this finishes, I can like have the rest of the week to cope with the loss of Between Us finishing. Because I feel like I'm really gonna feel it when this finishes, and I may want to go back and start rewatching it. So I've booked some holiday time for the week after this finishes, so that I can kind of do that. But for now, I need to go back and take screenshots of Team's damp hair. Unfortunately, there seems to be a lot of those in some of the hardest to watch scenes, so that's gonna suck for me. But I've committed to it, so I gotta do it. So I will be back next Sunday with episode 10, and we will maybe see some of the rafting trip. Alright, that's it for now. Bye!